Wednesday, 12th of October 2016. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.athavan.com. Let's start with today's newspaper highlights. The top highlight in daily news says, Gammanpila served with indictments. Pivituru Hela Urumaya leader MP Udaya Gammanpila was yesterday released on bail by the Colombo High Court after being served indictments on him in connection with two separate indictments filed against him by the Attorney General for allegedly cheating 20 million rupees and misappropriation of another 21 million rupees following his alleged fraudulent share transaction in 2000. When the first case came up before High Court Judge Padmini N. Ranawaka, MP Gammanpila was ordered to be released on cash bail of 500,000 rupees with two sureties of 2 million rupees. Another highlight says, Special Economic Zone in South. The proposed agreement with China to lease 15,000 acres of land for a special economic zone will be signed in the near future, Finance State Minister Lakshman Yapa Abeyewardena said. The highlight in the middle says, Thilina Gamage's bail condition relaxed. The Colombo High Court yesterday decided to relax a bail condition imposed against former magistrate Thilina Gamage over the alleged possession of a baby elephant without a valid license and with regard to several suspicious alterations in the elephant registration. High Court Judge Manilal Vaidya Tilaka permitted the former magistrate to appear before the CID once a month instead of appearing every Sunday of each month. Another highlight says, IU now on Oxford Dictionary. Southern slang IU has quietly made an entry into the Oxford English Dictionary. If you have met a Tamilian, you have heard the word IU, that typical endearing southern phrase that can easily be a synonym for o or oops or even OMG. Well, it turns out that IU is now a legitimate English phrase as well as after it was included in the Oxford Dictionary last month as part of the latest addition of words to its database. And the highlight at the bottom says, Ramith fined 29,000 rupees for 5 traffic offences. Cricketer Ramith Rambukwela, the son of a former minister Kehalia Rambukwela, was yesterday ordered to pay a fine of 29,000 rupees by Colombo Additional Magistrate Chandana Kalansurya after pleading guilty to 5 traffic offences. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, No houses for Northern IDPs. Massive protests imminent. The internally displaced persons in the north will stage a massive protest demonstration demanding houses if the government does not implement housing projects meant for IDPs with imminent effect, sources told Ceylon today. Sources also said over 20,000 persons will engage in protest demanding houses in the north. Furthermore, over 97,000 applications have been received when a model house of the 65,000 housing project was opened for the public. The highlight in the middle says, SLAF bid to douse Badulla fire fails. The Sri Lanka Air Force yesterday failed in its efforts to douse the fire that had flared up at a garbage dump in Badulla. According to informed sources, attempts made by the Air Force to douse the fire by using a Bell 212 helicopter and a MiG-17 helicopter had not been successful. Another highlight says, pop singer Chili remanded. Singer Tilanka Vidusha alias Chili was arrested and remanded yesterday on charges of assault. According to the police, the singer had allegedly assaulted a 57-year-old man in Vijitapura Palavatta in an altercation. And the highlight at the bottom says, Press plans hospital for underprivileged prisoners. Lawyers to seek Supreme Court advice. President Maithripala Sirisena is in the process of establishing a fund to build a hospital to provide quality medical facilities for the underprivileged prisoners. Let's now look at the paper highlights from Daily Mirror. The top highlight says, A secret missive from the place sparks off speculation. The missive from the palace was intended to convey a message to the former strongman. The top team member handpicked for this errand is a political hailing from a gem-rich area who had been steadfast in the view that the two warring factions of the Blue Party should unite, letting bygones be bygones. The highlight in the middle says, Allocation for presidential expenditure up by 320%, says NFF. The National Freedom Front yesterday claimed that the funds allocated for presidential expenditure had been increased by 320%, while the funds allocated for education was reduced by 57.6% in the 2017 appropriation bill. And the highlight at the bottom says, BIA runway closure will hurt Sri Lankan Airlines. Sri Lankan Airlines Chief Executive Officer Captain Suren Ratwata said Sri Lankan will be the most affected airline operator in Colombo during the closure of the runway at the Bandaranaike International Airport, the home base of the national carrier. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.